morning, Constable here. Welcome to day 2 of your holiday fitness survival guide. I keep calling it lots of different things because I didn't actually have a very specific name for it. So holiday fitness survival guide, Christmas fitness survival guide, just a general life survival guide, whatever you want to call it. We are on day 2. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, today is all about scheduling your way to fitness glory. Had to check my notes there to make sure I was talking about the right thing. So are you going to go to the gym over the holiday season? Are you kind of just leaving it to chance, or have you written it down and put it in your calendar? I see this all the time. And by the way, I've never done it, and probably you've never done it, but you know those other people who aren't as successful as us? I've heard that they've done it. So what generally tends to happen, I find, in the Christmas period is you are off work if you work full-time, or maybe you're retired, or whatever, you're off your normal day-to-day routine. And you look at this stretch of holiday period and you think, oh my goodness, I have like 10 full days. 10 full days over the holiday period to rest and relax and do things that are out of the ordinary, and I'm not working. And you think to yourself, I'm going to see so many people, and you message people you haven't seen in a long time, or you meet people on the street, or you see them and you're like, we should get together for a drink over the Christmas period, and they go, oh, we should do that, we should have dinner, and you think, that would be so lovely, I'm going to see that person. And then maybe you say to your friend, oh, we should train together, because you're imagining these long stretches of days and nights where you're going to have so much time to do so many things. It's almost like you're imagining you're going to be on vacation, because when you are on vacation, you are detached from your normal life, and you don't have the day-to-day running of your house and your household and your job and your work and all those different things. And so you imagine the Christmas period is going to be very much like being on vacation. And it's not at all. In fact, it's like living your life normally, but you have 10,000 extra things to do. In fact, I don't know if that's you, but that's me every single Christmas period. So what I find is I say to people, oh yeah, we should do this over the holiday period. We should see each other. We should have dinner. It'd be really nice. And then I realize over the holiday period, I am busier than ever, because not only do I still have some work to catch up on, I have time to spend with my family. I have my kids to tend to. I have my horses to ride. I have my household to run. I have a full staff at home, but mostly they're off over the holiday period. We just have a skeleton staff. So I have to do a lot of cooking, a lot of shopping, a lot of cleaning, a lot of organizing, a lot of bed making. So all of my normal day-to-day activities, as well as everything else that comes with the holiday season, which is, you know, gift buying and prepping for Christmas Day and all of those holiday parties that you're invited to. And then you don't really plan for the extra glasses of wine that you have at the holiday period. And then the hangover that potentially comes with it that makes you feel a little more tired the next day and a little more lethargic. So the things that you had planned kind of go out the window because you find it harder to get yourself motivated. If you leave your fitness to chance, you're never going to fit it in. The only way that you can continue with your health and fitness goals is to make sure that your gym time or your fitness time is scheduled and in your diary. Now, of course, if you lead a very relaxed life and you really don't have a lot of things on, or you don't have a lot of family, or maybe you're living in another country and you don't have a lot of friends and family, then it's probably not going to be as hard for you as it is for others. But I'm speaking to 80% of the population here who are super busy most of the time. And what I have found with myself in the past is if I don't put it in my diary, it will never, ever happen. And years ago, I became the queen of time management simply because I was trying to homeschool my 4 young children, and I was trying to grow a business, which isn't the business that I have now. It was a different business. I was running like a language program for children. And I was fully responsible for all the cooking and the cleaning and the shopping and the laundry and running the household, as well as homeschooling the 4 kids. By the way, I had 4 kids under 6 at the time. And I was trying to fit it all in, and I was not the queen of scheduling that I am today. I woke up in the morning and I ran around like a headless chicken trying to fit it all in. And I reached the end of the day burnt out and frazzled, and quite simply feeling like a failure because I hadn't achieved all of the things that I wanted to achieve. And I find that this happened as well over the holiday period. I always wanted to keep up with my fitness over the holiday period, but because I didn't schedule it into my diary, I was thinking, oh yeah, tomorrow I'll go to the gym, and then tomorrow never happened. I was like, oh well, tomorrow I'll go to the gym, and then tomorrow never happened. And then quite often I got to the end of the holiday period and I just felt guilty, and I felt fat, and I felt unhealthy, and I felt like a failure because I hadn't managed to achieve half of the things that I said I would achieve, never mind the things that are good for me, such as eating healthily and going to the gym. Because I think something happens over the holiday period where we think, oh, I'll get up in the morning and I'll cook a casserole and it'll be lovely. And we have all of these wonderful thoughts in our mind, which really just don't happen if we don't prioritize them. If you leave your nutrition to chance, like we talked about yesterday, then you will end up making bad choices. If you plan to be good 80% of the time, then you can have the 20% of the time for making bad choices or making choices that feed your soul but not necessarily feed your body, and you will reach the end of the holiday period feeling very successful. You have to treat your fitness and treat your gym training, or whether you train at home or in the gym, you have to treat it in the same way, and you have to schedule it into your diary. Whenever I started scheduling everything, and by the way, the Americans always say to me, I love the way Kim says schedule, and I'm like, I wonder, do I say it differently than the Americans? Do you guys say schedule? That always occurs to me every time I say the word schedule. But anyway, I digress. Whenever I schedule everything into my diary, whenever I started scheduling everything into my diary, including time for cooking, time for doing laundry, this was in the early days, I used to put in time for cooking, time for doing laundry. I even used to put in time for spending with the kids, like uninterrupted time to spend with the kids. I put it all in the diary, and my entire life changed. My entire life changed. Once I started doing that, I found the time to study internet marketing and build and grow a multi-million-dollar global empire, as well as homeschooling my four kids and training in the gym as a fitness competitor. So, and now I do all of those as well. I run my business and I still train in the gym. I don't compete anymore, but I still train like a fitness competitor. And I still manage to maintain a healthy relationship with my husband and a wonderful relationship with my kids. And now I also ride horses professionally. So I fit everything in only because my diary is extremely tightly managed. But people might say I'm a control freak, and you might say, well, that sounds very controlling, Kim, and that sounds very inflexible, and that sounds, you know, like that just wouldn't work for me. And I'd say, well, that's totally okay. Like if that doesn't work for you and you prefer to be a bit more laissez-faire and kumbaya and you don't want to be scheduled, totally okay. But here's the hard truth. You can't really have both. You can't have a kick-ass body with sculpted abs and great legs and be in tip-top, you know, condition with your health and fitness. You can't be in tip-top health and be a bit through other about it. You really can't. If you want to achieve a goal, whether it's a business goal or a fitness goal, or any kind of goal in life, you need to have a plan. And so if your plan over Christmas is just to completely relax, switch off, take a full physical, emotional, and spiritual break from life, and that's what's going to feed your soul and bring you back healthy and fitter and more, you know, motivated in 2024, then that is what you should do. But if your plan is, I want to continue with my health and fitness goals, I want to continue to lose body fat, I want to continue to build muscle, I want to continue to feel the way I've been feeling following this fitness plan with the Sculpted Vegan, hopefully one of my fitness plans up until now, then you need to make that a priority. Because people who set goals usually end up achieving them whenever they have a plan in place. And that is what I would urge each and every one of you to do over this holiday period. We all want to feel relaxed over the holiday period, but what I have found is I feel most relaxed when I have a plan. And there's something about predictability that actually makes it all the sweeter whenever you relax. What do I mean by this? Well, have you ever had scheduled, relaxed time? Have you ever just carved out 2 to 3 hours in your diary just for you to relax or read a book or have a glass of wine or spend some time with a loved one or a friend who feeds your soul? Have you ever planned to do that and then at the end of it, it feels so good? Well, it feels all the sweeter whenever you know that you've also accomplished something hard, which is you went and trained legs on the Tuesday after Christmas. And was it hard? Yeah, it was brutal. Did you want to throw up? A couple of times, probably. But did you get through it? Absolutely. Don't you think I will not be in the gym on Tuesday, the day after Christmas, training legs with Mark Getty? Because if I said to Mark Getty, oh, I'm really sorry, Mark, but I'm not coming to train legs on Tuesday, he would say, why not? I'd say, because it's the day after Christmas. And he'd be like, so? Like, Mark doesn't accept any excuses. In fact, I'm surprised that Mark doesn't demand that I come to the gym on Christmas morning. And in fact, I think if I asked Mark to show up on Christmas morning and train me, I think he probably would, because Mark's a bit crazy like that. But the point is, Mark's a highly successful bodybuilder. I am highly successful in many, many areas of my life. And how I've managed to be highly successful is by making sure everything that's important to me is in my calendar.